Okay, Michelle, I'm filming. This is our live.
This is our live stream.
We're in this pretty little village, and I have walked out all over this pavilion, up and down the village square, to try and get a 4G, 3G signal even. But I heard someone in the village say that the connections here weren't good. So what we thought we would do instead is we'll do our own little impromptu live stream and put it up. We'll probably premiere it.
Coffee.
We stopped for coffee. This is the thumbnail. If I was using for the look at this. This is a cottage loaf. Michelle, let's tear the top off of this. Do you want to? Oh, look at
a bit close, shall I?
Come in. I wish you were live, guys, but we will be watching your questions. Look at that. This is called a cottage loaf. Very, very. Oh, smell that. Smell the yeast.
That's good. Let's keep the top because we might eat all the bottom.
Oh.
You want the top, do you?
Well, I'd rather have the top fresh.
Okay.
And
squish the
because
bottom.
It's got all that caramelised topping on it. So we'll pop it aside. Let's get the coffee on.
Okay.
So this is how Michelle and I make coffee on the road. I don't need the chopping board at the moment, sweetheart.
No, that was for the bread. Because he got this as well while he's sorting out there.
Go and take it to the camera and show everybody.
Who is it? Mrs. Darlington's Real Ale Chutney made with love. That was instead of Branston pickle, which would be much, much nicer.
Yeah, because there's a village. We're in the Piddles. These are the Piddles.
Yes.
I don't know. This is Piddle something. There was a Piddle something else.
Piddle Valley.
I think we're Middle Piddle. Middle Piddle. I don't know. But there's a wonderful shop here. And the lady kindly let me have a little film, so you will see it in an upcoming episode. But
filled up with water because they had a tap.
Filled up with water. There's a bathroom behind us.
Yes.
We've got
the parish pavilion, apparently.
Yeah, so this is the cricket pavilion. We've got a mature cheddar, which hopefully is leopard or leopard dairy. I think it's a local cheddar.
Okay.
Well, let's get the coffee on. Let's concentrate one thing at a time. It's a beautiful day. Blue skies. We woke up. We were having a bit of a odd break. We stayed 2 nights in a field.
Not many people get to say that.
No. And we weren't disturbed, and it was very nice, idyllic. But
just yesterday morning we woke up and we weren't feeling it. The weather was there.
Freezing.
I was feeling there. So
everybody was feeling there. It was kind of like we were sort of wondering, what on earth are we doing cycling all the way to Land's End when we're not sure the purpose of it. Anyway, I can hear a dog barking, so let me just get the gas on, nice and roaring. Pop the kettle on.
We've decided this doesn't really like it first thing in the morning when it's cold.
No, we have to use matches.
But it works okay the rest of the time.
We're not sure why. I think it's because the gas is cold and it ignites, so it's hard to ignite. Yes. I don't know. I'm not sure.
Yes.
So let's pop our little kettle on there. Hope that's not making too much noise for you. While I make the coffee, I'll ask Michelle to bring the camera in so you can see. It's actually slightly better than a live stream.
So what am I doing? Bringing it in?
Yeah, just tap the back so you can see what you're seeing. And I want to just show these coffees, Michelle. These little coffee bags that we're using. We found these first in Japan, didn't we?
We did.
And they're little drip coffee bags. Pop them over the cup.
In Japan, they come with coffee already in them. They're empty.
Here we can buy our own coffee. Oh, I'm littering.
I'll run and get that
we'll pick it up. Don't worry. We never leave litter. So 2 little coffee pots. Just come down in here a little bit, Michelle, if you can. Some fresh, reasonably fresh ground coffee. And what I'll do is I put a couple of tablespoons. Now I like mine a couple of teaspoons. I like mine a little stronger than Michelle, so I go 2.5. Michelle's happy with 2, so I put a couple of teaspoons of
coffee. I think
coffee.
because you have a little bit of milk in yours, you can like it a little bit stronger.
Yeah. And then, stay there.
Oh, sorry.
Stay there, don't go away yet. I've got to show people the whole process. So I roll up the coffee bag like so. It'll cinch along. And then I just tap it level. And what I'm going to do, it's very similar to any pour over coffee. I'll pour the hot water in just to... Did I switch those over then, Michelle? Don't know.
Don't think you did. You'll have
All right,
to tell
so
us. Take
pop
you
back there. Did I swap them over, guys? Did I do the old little once and once?
Because I'm not too jiggly. I will go and get my bits of paper.
So, let me have a little check which one I put the extra coffee into. It's hard
True,
to tell.
I did pick them up.
Hard to tell. Very similar.
I don't think you did.
No, I don't think I did, and it doesn't matter, to be honest, if they're... So they come, when you buy them in Japan like this, with a little coffee inside.
Same principle, you still tear off the top, but the coffee's already in there.
A bit dry, Michelle. I can feel my lips. I think I'm going to have a little...
Just that side, other side.
Slurp of water.
We're doing okay with water at the moment. The first day we did run a bit short, but we've kept up with it so far, haven't we?
Yeah, we've bought and refilled 3 water bottles like this. We find them are good because they're 1.5 litre. And in the background, the computer is actually rendering off files for videos, upcoming videos that we're doing. So we found a little bit of power here.
Yeah, we're being a bit sneaky.
A little bit sneaky, and we're...
It's not locked, so maybe we can use it. They say we can use the bathrooms.
So, yeah, we've cycled along that south coast. We got to, I think the day we were in, was it Weymouth? Wareham.
Wareham, by the river. Beautiful, very pretty.
Lovely
there.
day, beautiful and sunny, and we cycled along from Wareham and along the coast. And the roads were really busy. It was kind of like, there were some roads that were a bit like the A9, really busy. And I said to Michelle, I don't know why we are cycling. Well, I think you said to me.
It was me. I'll say that. I said, I don't know why we're going all the way down. Because it's going to get even busier, because it's such a popular destination for everybody.
Well, everybody has said, you know, you're crazy to be cycling to John O'Groats to the Land's End and then to cycle. And we've always been, yeah, but we are crazy.
Take my glasses off, I'm not live streaming, I don't need to read.
So, well, let's try this. Look at this chutney while I'm talking to you. So, we tend to get things done, so we always like to, you know, dig in and go all the way to Land's End. It's a nice little elastic band, Michelle. I keep that for our elastic band collection.
We love our elastic bands.
Have we got a use for a little paper doily?
No, I think I can put that in my rubbish. I do have a rubbish bag.
So, real ale chutney.
Mrs. Darlington's, isn't it, or something at the top?
Yeah.
Yes. It's from.
We're made with an Eastgate Bright Ale.
Nice, 5% apparently.
Ooh. Hear that? Oh, and look, the water's already boiled, so we're ready. Coffee's ready. It's that quick. Turn that off. That'll give you a little less noise. Just burst the... It smells good, doesn't it?
It does, yeah.
It smells lovely. That smells like Branston pickles should smell. Now, I was going to say in the live stream, I've got a recipe for Branston pickle, and I've made Branston pickle so many times. It is so delicious. If you wanted to make a real ale chutney, you could use that recipe and change some of the liquids. So to put in any ale you like, really. You could put lager in if you were absolute sucker for punishment.
But Guinness would probably go quite
Guinness
well.
Guinness would be fine. Any dark ale, but I'd go with a traditional old real ale. Now, so what I do is I just damp the coffee grounds down now. And while I'm talking to you, where was I before that? I was talking. Oh, okay, so we were. The weather turned on us. It went really wintry. It was really cold. Yeah. Like unpleasant.
I mean, today is a beautiful day. There's blue skies, lovely sun. The wind is still quite cold because even when you're riding, if you go out of the sun and that wind starts to blow, which it has been in our face, it's cold. And
it's middle of summer. I mean, it is basically summer equinox. It's the middle of summer, and today is perfect. But I said to Michelle, we're riding into the sun and into the wind again. And we've spoken to everyone, you guys would be saying now if it was live, and we'll be looking to your live chat anyway as we're talking to you. But what was I going to say? You'll be saying, don't do it, you know, just cycle where you want, go where you want. And I said to Michelle, it's really all becoming about the destination rather than the journey. Yeah. And I feel that's wrong for us. It's not what we want.
It's like today we set off and we said, we go to a little shop, which the first little shop wasn't open. So we went to the next little shop, which was beautiful in this village. Yeah. And then we stopped here. and we're just going to stay here for an hour, couple of hours maybe.
Yeah, we might.
You know, there's no
might
rush to
sleep
get
here.
anywhere. Yeah, we could. I did say when I arrived, nice little camp spot.
It's a great
bit
little
early.
camp spot. You'll see it more featured on the later videos. So
But when you've got in your head as well, oh, I've got to get there, I've got to get there, you keep going, and that's not what it's all about, is it?
no, it's not. And we were down. You know, the whole journey itself is from the south to the north. It doesn't necessarily have to start at Land's End.
No.
And the problem is, we've been to Land's End
Yep.
before. It doesn't hold a lot of joy for us because it wasn't the best place in the world, and it's all pay to, it's pay to park, pay to stand at the sign. So it's not as nice as John O'Groats. Excuse me, I've got dry lips.
And it is going to be super busy. I mean, last time we were there, it wasn't busy.
But it's nowhere near. It's better facilitated than John O'Groats, but it's actually not as nice as John O'Groats.
Yeah, no, I agree. John O'Groats is much nicer.
Yeah. So we thought, well, we're going to we end up trailing all the way down the country. Maybe I'll put a map up. No,
not on this one.
Not on this
Maybe
one.
in another
one. We're going to be trailing all the way down the country to get to Land's End, and then we'll be cycling back up the same roads.
The route that you've actually mapped out actually does converge, doesn't it? The roads go down,
around,
and
not
then
far
they
from
come-
here. It starts to be the same road. So I said to Michelle, we've done from Hampshire all the way across here, which is a similar distance. We might as well just make our own journey to John O'Groats. And we don't even have to go to John O'Groats. I mean, there was talk yesterday, and it was horribly, blisteringly cold yesterday, and wet and miserable and damp. And everybody we met, every English person we met saying, oh, it's so much nicer today. And we're going, no, it's not. It's cold. It's horrible.
We weren't having a good day yesterday, I think.
Weren't having a great day. And so what I now do is I'll just lift those bags out and just let them drip. So, where was I going to go with that?
So, yeah, we were thinking even of skipping.
I said, we're not far from the ferry crossings to Europe, Michelle. We could just cycle down. Now, one of the journeys, the reasons for this journey is firstly because why not? Yeah. But another reason is we've got Michelle's father's ashes with us, so he's with us in not all the ashes, just a little bit of.
He's coming on a little trip.
And we were taking him up to a place where part of his family comes from, and that was the plan. But I've known Michelle's dad all my life, and obviously you have as well, haven't you?
Really?
And we've always been very close with him, and I think he quite liked going around Europe with us. So that was I said at the time to Michelle, would you just pop these on the grass, Michelle, so they drip?
They drip on the grass, and then they go into the bin.
Yeah, once they've dripped out. So Michelle's been good. She's dropping the milk, so I'm carrying milk powder mainly for making our porridge.
But you're right down on your milk powder, aren't you, from when you started?
Yeah. Oh yes, I started the first day on the journey. I was putting in 2 teaspoons, and now I put a little less than half a teaspoon. I'm finding the milk too much. But it's making good coffee. So a little drip coffee.
Yeah, I enjoy my coffee.
It's not espresso. You'll see us lick our spoons clean. It's just, get with the program. This is how we. We've
been together a long time.
It's not that we.
Oh, excuse me. He's done it again. Look. He zipped the bag up.
Oh, no, because I've got to make sure now. Sorry, Michelle. I do make sure that. Okay, it's sealed.
It's sealed.
Milk powder. Milk is a type of sugar. I mean, milk is basically lactose, which is a sort of sugar. So it's very sticky.
Is it good? Smells good. It always smells good when he makes the coffee. He opens up that Ziploc of ground coffee. I can smell it from even inside the tent first thing in the morning. It's beautiful.
We buy pre-ground coffee, but we're only buying very small amounts. So it's only opened maybe 250 grams of coffee. It lasts us a few days. And do we need this anymore?
No.
Unless we have another coffee later, but.
Just put it all on the floor down there. And
pop it on the floor. We'll sort it up later.
Put the table and chairs. We had got a lovely bench here, but we kind of took it over with other things, so we just got the table and chairs out.
It's in the sun now, which is a bit of a worry, but.
Well, it's getting power. That's the main thing.
And it's rendering, 3D rendering.
Which we tried last night in the tent.
Let me just put that on an angle so it drips dry.
So we need some plates, don't we?
Do you know what, Michelle? What? I've got the knife, but I just feel like tearing this.
Yep. 2 plates, 1 knife, got a teaspoon for the chutney, and the cheese. There, can't get better than that.
No. So cheddar English cheddar cheese.
This is all local stuff.
Everything's English apart from the knife, which is French.
No, but this is all very local. The chutney's very local, the cheese is very local, and the bread is very local.
It's got a beautiful picture of a... Michelle, just show that to the camera. Sorry, I keep getting Michelle to show things, but... and
I'm probably not as good as him at showing, but there you go.
Very pretty.
Do you want this to cut the cheese?
Yeah.
So, there we go. Loving our little table. Love it, love it.
This Helinox table and these little chairs.
The chairs.
We've got a bench here, but we're using it as a desk.
We said that. But even yesterday, it was so horrible. We put the chairs up and we actually sat in the tent on our chairs.
Yeah. We had a little living room.
It was great.
It's like a...
Because I did pack everything up.
Just hold that plastic up for me, Michelle. Just hold it up. I want to come along. There we go.
Didn't I? We did pack everything up, but nearly put the tent down. I put all the bedding, everything away. And we nearly put the tent down. We said, nah, we're staying here a bit longer. So
the weather, Michelle was virtually packed away, but my mind was saying, let's stay. So we spent the whole day in a field.
So my point was the bedding was all away, so we had the whole lounge for our chairs.
Yeah, we were set up. Let's try that cheese.
Oh, yes. Oh, yes. That's a good mature cheddar.
That's almost creamy, like dairy cream.
I like that.
Wow. I can taste almost like a Cornish cream in that. I'm saying Cornish, we're not in Cornwall. But you know how clotted cream tastes?
Don't just break that.
Well, I did think that.
Just break it. Use the knife for the cheese.
But let's think sandwiches, because we might... Let's just do a sandwich to start with.
I'm having chunks.
Door stops, so yes.
I'll hold on to these two.
Do we want to get in close? No. Do you want to come in close?
Okay. Now,
let's put our coffees down.
I'll put them on here. There we go.
Okay.
Let's tap the back. I've not got glasses on now, so you'll get what you get.
Right, so look at this. Lovely crust. Look. Lovely dark crust. Caramel crust.
Cottage loaf.
I'm going to cut this one I know what I'm going to do, Michelle. I'm going to cut these to this length, and then I'm going to do a folded sandwich, because we're on the road, we can do. So what I will do is take a little bit of our cheese.
I hope a little bit more than that.
Yeah, a little bit of a good chunk of cheese. We're cycling, so we need this energy. So a good chunk of cheese.
We found cheese last maybe 2, maybe 3 days, doesn't it? It's okay.
I think it would go 3 or 4 days, Michelle. It does get a little bit weepy, but the flavour stays strong.
Yep. And the last little bit we put into our smash.
Yeah. So,
I'll use the spoon there.
Bit of cheese. This pickle. Come up to me a minute. I know I lick the spoon. Michelle doesn't mind. Oh, it's got lovely big chunks of carrot or swede. Oh, come down here.
Onto the bread and cheese. Look.
Double dip, because we can, and we don't care.
And it's only for us. We're not sharing it with anybody else. But we can share it with you guys if you want.
If you were here, I wouldn't double dip.
You'd all have your own spoon.
You wouldn't. You'd have to bring your own spoon.
Well, they would.
So what I'm just coming quickly, I'm going to fold this over like a little. Yeah, look at that. Okay, back to the live stream setting, Michelle.
Okay, oops, we've turned off, so I think that's okay, maybe. You're not going back in the same spot.
I'll wait for you. I'll wait for you.
There's your coffee. Put that back down, didn't want that spilling.
Here, look, just
fold me up.
That nicely like that. Get that cabbage dripping out the side.
I always go in first. Oh yes, that's nice. I can taste the ale, but it's okay. Oh, that's good.
I can't say anything.
So we're feeling good now. We've got over our little day yesterday. And sometimes, I remember this on the joggle, we had 2 or 3 days quite early on because it was such hard work.
We're not
And
fit yet. Every vehicle that goes by is a tractor.
The farmers were waving to me earlier.
We've had about 8 vehicles go by and they've all been tractors. A lovely yellow one. Sorry, you can't see. It's not 360.
I'm not going to turn it. What was I saying? Yeah, because the day before, I wait till the tractor goes by.
Be all right.
We had a lot of hills, didn't we? We suddenly hit a lot of hills, and we're not fit. So it reminded me of the jogger when we first started, and we used to hit those hills, and you were filming away, and you'd ask me a question. I couldn't even talk. I said, "Got to get to the top of the hill." So I felt a bit sort of not so good yesterday, and I knew when we left the field because we were on top of a hill, I could see the hill we had to go up.
Today?
Actually, yeah, today. But actually, it wasn't too bad, was it?
Wasn't too bad.
It was easier than I thought it was going to be. But I think it would have been hard if we'd have done it that night.
Michelle, I know you carry on talking. This is such a good sandwich. This bread is so good. This reminds me of when I was younger and I used to always have the cottage rolls with pâté, Provence pâté, or Dorset hams. And
The ploughmans used to have with the cottage loaf.
With a cottage loaf, but this is so good. Anyway, so we were in that sort of almost giving up. We were never going to give up, but we were giving up the whole idea
Changing direction.
having a rethink. And
It's going to drip out there, so don't let it drip out on your shorts.
no, because it won't look good, brown pâté all over my shorts, will
No, it
it?
won't. Or pickle.
Pickle. I was thinking pâté. Because when I was younger, Michelle, do you remember I used to have that Provençal pâté that I used to love with these smaller versions of this, a little roll.
Actual
Michelle
roll,
remembers
not a
them.
loaf.
Oh. That is so good. You can't see, and I'm not getting up to show you. That is perfection. It doesn't need butter.
No, the cheese is creamy enough.
Cheese is your butter. Pickle really lives it, and the bread is delicious.
Yeah, it's very good.
So we were sort of really on that cusp of giving up, and then we said, I think I said to you, Michelle, it's all becoming about the destination rather than the journey.
Yeah.
And we have to make this more about the journey again and just start to really enjoy. And it doesn't matter if we get to John O'Groats or we don't get to John O'Groats. It doesn't matter if we change direction and go somewhere else.
Yeah.
What matters is what we experience. I mean, it's already becoming a bit of a pain trying to organise videos and things. Yeah. It's becoming a pain.
But I think we can do that. I think we've sort of worked out a little plan for doing that. So I don't think that's going to be...
What's that then?
Well, just stopping maybe sort of 1 night or 2 nights where there's electric.
That's a good idea.
Like now. Because it's the electric, isn't it? It's keeping everything powered. Because even though we've got the 2 solar panels...
This time we've got 2 solar panels. We've got charging bricks galore.
We're having sun, but
it's really hard. We keep running out of power.
Yeah.
And I think this whole concept, when you see people doing YouTube travel videos, most of them, they're putting up videos months after they've completed what they've done. And I think we bite off a little bit more than we can chew, which I'm just about to do now.
But I've got a mouthful. You can't chew and I've got a mouthful.
They love it. And I think we've bitten off a little more than we can chew again. In so much as, with our initial idea of cycling to Scotland and sharing it with you, it's just not achievable. It's just not achievable because, firstly, this camera here is my new camera for filming on this journey.
Great footage.
Lovely footage and so flexible. I can do so much with it. But one day was 250 gigabytes. Now, a day and a half, let's say. Now, 4 days is a terabyte of storage. So you end up I mean, the laptop only has a terabyte, I think, of storage on it. So you end up with just more data. I mean, I've had to buy these very expensive lacy hard drives. I've never bought them before, but they're super costly. But and this is the 5 terabyte one. And that sounds a lot, or it did to me anyway. But when I think about it, that's 15 days and it'll be full. And that doesn't include then the rendering and the work it's got to do. So it's not going to work, or we're going to have to rethink.
We're just going to have to slow it down and just. The biggest thing, we've got to enjoy it. So if we
and you've got to see that we're enjoying it, so you're having fun. Yeah. And also, going back to what I was just saying then, we sat here today and we thought this is a beautiful place to do a live stream. Yeah. It's such a good place. And then I heard somebody in the shop saying it's rubbish reception here, and I thought, okay, I'll quickly check my phone, and it's like 1 bar, but it's barely a bar.
And we got 2 different networks.
And we're on the 2 best networks, the top networks in England. It's costing quite a lot of money to keep these phones on. It's not cheap internet here. And I couldn't get a signal to do even the worst quality life. I'm walking around the field. I've connected it to a router, a little mobile router that we have. Yeah.
So that's why I said, let's do it this way. At least you'll get a video. We'll see, it's a sort of a live stream. You can throw all the questions in below and we'll sort of try and answer them, won't we?
And it's unedited.
Yep, it's just going to be. So that's why we shouldn't make it too long, because we've got to get it up, haven't we? How are we going to do that?
I don't know if I could do it here.
Would it work?
I could try.
Yeah.
I could try.
But you could, yeah.
Today is Friday or Saturday?
Saturday.
Saturday. So today is Saturday, the of
Yeah, sometime in summer.
In this star date 2024, but it's the this will be, if I can do this now, I'll get this up today, or it'll upload and be published tomorrow at the latest. And I will try and do it at such a time that we can premiere it, and Michelle and I can sit somewhere in a field, or if we're blessed and lucky, a place like this, and we can watch it go out and have a chat with you.
Sounds good.
And if I've got a good signal, I'm not going to make any promises. I'm not going to make any promises. Lots of cheese. This cheese is lovely.
It's very good.
We need the energy.
We do. We've not had breakfast. Did we have breakfast this morning? We didn't have oats, did we? What did we have?
No, we decided not to, because we were going to stop in the first shop that wasn't open, and we had a bag of crisps and some trail mix.
We had to cycle to the second shop, which was here, which is better. It was a better shop.
This shop, marvellous.
Let me over here in the shade.
Yeah, not in the sun, because it does sweat quite quickly. So, what I will do...
Make me another sandwich.
And then I think... Is there anything else I wanted to talk about, Michelle? Because I really wanted to do the live stream and update people. So we're a little bit confused. We're a little bit... You know, I think the whole Land's End to John O'Groats project, it's not as important to us as you know, being at Land's End. It's about the journey. It's a little bit about... Well, no, it's a great deal to do with Michelle's father, sort of pilgrimage and homage to Michelle's dad, who we both have known. But
he loved to travel, and he always loved to come and visit us wherever we were in the world. So I think he'll be quite happy coming along with us. We have a little chats with him, and yeah.
He was sat out in the field. I could get him out. No, he's not hungry.
So yeah,
that is so morbid. It's so.
He'd laugh. He would. He'd laugh.
Yeah, he would.
So we're still heading north at the moment, but who knows how far north we'll get.
We'll soon be joining the route that we would have been taking anyway. So we'll still be going up through the West Country and towards, eventually, we're heading a little bit the wrong direction in a minute, because we're heading towards another tractor. So, I will turn it. Where is it? Gloucester.
Oh yes, Gloucester. Dr. Foster went to Gloucester.
So look, another track to look. Beautiful square bales as well. Ooh.
They've always got a smile.
Yeah, lovely people. We found this part of the world very friendly. Very friendly indeed. So we're heading up towards Gloucester. We're hoping we might be able to meet up with some friends, and if that happens, it will. If it won't, it doesn't. It doesn't matter. You know, what will be, will be. So to the regulars, and I won't say names, I will have a little mention to Ben, because he's often in and he puts a lot of effort into his comments.
Yes, so thank you, Ben.
Thank you, Ben.
Do
but
appreciate it.
There's so many of you, and I don't want all the names are spinning into my
in
head.
as soon as you started
I don't want to
doing
start
that.
saying your names, because we love you all, and I wish I could have done this live. We'll try and do a live in a day or so, and update you as to how we're feeling. Today we're feeling good.
We are feeling good today.
Yesterday we were feeling glum, but not too glum. I mean, last night in the field I said to Michelle, I'm going to go down and get some food. There's a little shop in the village.
And water, wasn't it, were the two things.
And I'll take the weight off the bikes and cycle down. It was about 3 miles. Was it 3 miles?
I can't remember.
It was 3 miles to the village.
I didn't do it.
And for some reason, it seemed to be all uphill. Anyway, I went on the bike, felt very light, agile, going down the road, popping wheelies. I think it was just on one wheel most of the way.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. And then on the way back, it was uphill. Anyway, long story short, it said on Google Maps, closes at 8 o'clock. So and we procrastinated all day as to what we were going to do. And I said, I'll go down and get a pasty or something. We'll have some food.
Because we had food, but we needed water, really, just to make it comfortable.
Yeah,
and
water,
you said, while you're going, you might as well
I might as well
get
get water. So I got down there, and the village shop was shut at 6 o'clock, and it was 6:20. I was ever so disappointed. But just in the opposite, in the square, the village square, there was a fish and chip shop. Mobile van, like a fish and chip van. So I thought, oh, we've scored. I go and get some fish and chips, which I did. I had to walk down a massive hill and climb back up it to find water, because that was also a pavilion. So I had to walk all the way down while I locked the bike, or I left the bike outside the fish and chip van. So we were lucky, we got a nice portion of fish and chips.
Yep. So that was good. Came back with, because he said, oh, the shop was closed, and I went, oh. He said,
I've got fish and chips. Well, mainly chips. We enjoyed, the chips were delicious.
You did a little toot toot as you went past the hedge, so I knew he was coming back.
That's as I went past the farm hedge where Michelle is. I go, boop, boop, like that, and she replies. You'll see some of this. It might be, that won't be in video.
No. So hopefully they won't be too long until the videos start going up, but they might be a bit sporadic at times.
Have we got these sounds on? We did.
Yes, yeah.
Suddenly thought we might be doing a non, and we can't redo it. But anyway, so bear with us. I might try and get this onto this computer, flat edit with no particular work done, and get it uploaded if I can. I might have to get it across on a file into my phone and upload it from the phone when we get further down the road and get a good connection.
But we can spend another hour or so here.
All right.
Have another coffee.
All right. So,
yeah. Happy days. Feeling good today. It would have been a beautiful live stream, but you know, this is second best option. I've got to keep talking.
what she said.
I've got my here ready to go, but I'll wait till he's finished his. Delicious bread, lovely cheese, ale pickle, not bad considering I don't like ale. It's a delicious.
You can't, listen, I've told her for years, if you don't like red wine and you don't like ale, that doesn't mean you don't like a red wine sauce or an ale sauce.
He came out, he said, Branston pickle, oh, I've got an ale pickle. I said, ale pickle, straight away, no second thoughts.
That is because I educated you. You can't taste the ale. It's just,
I could smell it when I smelt it, but I don't dislike that. I just wouldn't drink a pint of ale, or even half pint.
You wouldn't, or a sip.
Or a sip. Well, I've had a sip, and I go, ugh.
Not to my memory, you haven't. unless you've been going out to the pubs with someone else.
You don't know.
But you have to concede, I was right to have the top. It's lovely.
Yes, it is nice with the crusty top.
It's got that burnt sort of
Yeah.
pizza crust taste.
Yeah. I was just thinking that it would be a bit smaller to take with us. But we'll take the big bit and have that tonight.
All right, going to stop here. Loved you all. From Michelle and I in the Piddles.
Yes. Piddle Valley.
In the Piddle Valley. Pushing on. I don't think I've lost any weight yet, but I'm getting there.
I'm feeling fitter. I'm feeling fitter.
Feeling fitter.
Yeah, yeah.
Take care. See you in the next video. Be good.
Bye.